Yo, good evening, Speed Gaming 5. We got another exciting Super Metroid multi-category tournament here. I'm here joined with Galmaz for some triple bingo between MassHesteria and Maisgueuh. Galmaz, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing good, Rumble. How are you?
I am doing fantastic. I love bingo. We were talking about this earlier before the match started, but bingo I think is one of the most exciting categories to do, and I wonder if I said all of that before we were live and nobody heard anything. Hey, just pretend I did an awesome intro if you all missed it, and I am joined here with Galmaz. I will repeat it in case I started talking before we were live.
So are you excited for some bingo action? Because I am. I just cannot wait for this.
Yeah, I mean, we got MassHesteria and Maisgueuh. Two fantastic runners. I believe this is a is this a 3-2 match, or is it a? I should have looked this up before we started the match. Would have been good. Oh, we got an interesting layout going on here. Believe me when I tell you that it will get filled in short. There we go. I knew it was coming. And the card is now revealed to the chat, and my dogs are now excited about dinner.
Yeah, so this is triple bingo. Our players will have to complete a row or column or diagonal in order to get one bingo. So this is triple bingo, and our runners are competing to complete 3 bingos in order to win this race. And looking at the bingo card here, so we got quite a few Meridia-related objectives. Let's see, Meridia Map Station, defeat Dragon, defeat Botwoon, collect ice, skip speed booster. So it reminds me of a bit of low percent style, where you just have ice beam but no speed.
All right, sorry about that. The doggos have been fed. They are calming down a little bit. Yeah, I agree. There is a ton of Meridia on here. In fact, we looked very hard. There is 0 lower Norfair on here. There's one tile that has a little bit of lower Norfair, the 3 Norfair energy tanks, or 1 Meridia, but there is no Ridley, no Metal Pirates, no Ridley E-Tank, none of that, which is really rare for a bingo seed. So if you take out lower Norfair, like everything gets pushed together, there's going to be a lot of overlap. I think we're going to see some really interesting routing here from our runners.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a quick race. Looks like most of the objectives are clustered in Meridia, so I think there's not too much difference of a route they would choose, but we'll have to see.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's interesting. I feel like my strategy here after I looked at this card would be, all right, it's all Meridia. I'm gonna just start running kind of an any percent route, and then I'll see what I start getting, and then I'll fill in with whatever's fastest.
Yeah. Normally how I play bingo is to play, or I plan in the first 2 to 3 minutes, and then I play any percent or hundo, and then I choose to go wreck ship or Norfair.
Yeah, yep. And it's another bingo card where wreck ship or Norfair is going to be a pretty big choice. The idea will be whether or not they want to get something like speed, high jump, wave beam before they go to do the rest of the cleanup. Now, obviously, if you try to do the cleanup before speed, there's a bunch of items that you can't get. But if they're playing ahead, they might not need it, and maybe that wreck ship first call is going to be a little bit faster.
Yeah, I see 2 bingo squares, row 2, column 4. One calls for collecting speed booster, and then on the bottom of bottom of column 1, collect ice beam, skip speed booster. So they're going to make some choices on how they're going to play the Meridia section.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a few contradictory ones, right? There's a skip ice beam and a collect ice beam. There's a skip speed booster and a get high jump speed and space jump. So that will determine a few things. There's a collect gravity beam, grapple beam, and skip charge, and also a collect only one of wave or charge. So they could skip charge to get both of those. Skipping charge, not too much of a detriment if you're not going down to Ridley, if you're kind of sticking around the northern part of the map.
Let's see, was there a criteria map station square on this?
There is. It's in the upper left. Maisgueuh with our first square of the match. There is also 2 different finish tiles. Finish in X-ray scope or finish in wreck ship energy tank room. That the runners will only be able to do one of those unless suddenly X-ray scope appears in the wreck shape energy tank room.
It feels as a randomizer. Which would be interesting if we did some sort of randomizer bingo.
That sounds terrible. That sounds awful.
So like, find X-ray, and then you can finish there.
Yeah, that's just wander around and hope stuff happens. MassHesteria heading up the old-fashioned way.
Right, so do you have a route that you would do if you were playing this bingo seed?
Oh man, I think I would do wreck ship first, and I would figure it out from there. I would probably collect a lot of things on the way, but I'm looking and I don't see a ton of stuff that would force me to need speed booster, right? I can get 2 reserves without it. I can get definitely enough energy tanks. There's nothing here that requires like 9 E-tanks, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think I could get a lot of that. And so I think I could run through quick. I could get gravity, come back, get a statue, which is that kind of that bottom one. Maybe I end up doing column 3, which gets a lot of Meridia stuff. So maybe I skip charge beam. Ugh, grapple beam though. I don't want to get that. See, this is why I don't do bingo. Like I want to do everything, and I've completely botched it.
Oh, that's all good. Yeah, it like bingo's pretty difficult to route on the fly because sometimes there's contradicting objectives, and sometimes you just don't see them. Like you saw it the first time, but you don't see it the second time. You know.
Yeah, it looks like Mass is gonna visit the. Is this the? This is the missile refill or the map room, right?
Map station. Okay.
That's the Brinstar map station. Hey. All right. So we got 2 different map stations visited by 2 different runners.
And Maisgueuh's going through Gauntlet, looking to get that collect one of the E-tanks. Or actually, the next one is Terminator, so that's both criteria E-tanks.
I love that we have all 4 map stations, are 4 of the 5 map stations right next to each other. We got criteria, wreck ship, Meridia, and Brinstar map station squares, all nestled together. Oh, and another wreck ship map station over there. This card is crazy. Who rolled this?
Looks like, I guess MassHesteria skipped high jump boot. Or no, I mean charge beam. Sorry, I was just reading high jump boots.
Yeah, he did skip charge beam, and he has so far skipped high jump boots, but we'll see if he continues to do that. He's also not getting a lot of missiles. Now, he may come back through to clean up, but that 100 missile square is definitely the highest collection square that we have here. So
I think you'd want to avoid that one, if at all possible. But it seems like it's paired up with column 2 that collects spring balls, so I think column 2 is definitely the one you don't want to do.
Yeah, I can see that. With all the Meridia stuff, you're going to want gravity. You're not going to go all the way back to wreck ship to finish either. It looks like Maisgueuh here, who's picking up his second criteria E-Tank, looks like he's angling for column 1 there, which means he'll be skipping Speed Booster. MassHesteria, meanwhile, making his way into warehouse, gonna go get some Varia suit.
You know, looking at column 1, like, I kind of wonder what the rule is. You know, criteria, map station, or wreck ship. So, does that mean if you get both, it invalidates the square?
No, it does not. It's not. It's not one. It's not exactly one. It's either or both.
Okay. Yeah, some of it's like very clear with items, but when it comes to map stations, it's line's a little blurry.
Yeah, it's much like the I think there's the square that says 11 minus X E-tanks and X reserves. You can get more than 11 total tanks with that square. It's totally fine. It's just a minimum. It's meet the criteria, as long as it doesn't say skip. MassHesteria gonna do the Kraid quick kill, and nicely done. Very clean.
In the meantime, Maisgueuh collecting the Brinstar reserve tank and collecting all the missiles along the way. So I wonder if Maisgueuh is interested in collecting 100 missiles.
Yeah.
Although that's really only 20 missile packs, if I'm counting correctly.
Yeah, it's not actually too bad. You basically run into 100 missiles. I don't see him doing row 2 since he's gonna likely skip speed booster. I presume he's doing column 1 since he has 2 of those. He could be doing both diagonals, I guess. That is also an option.
Let's see, did Maisgueuh pick up the Brinstar map?
No, he has not picked it up. I think he is trying to figure out what door it is. It's the top one, Maisgueuh. That's a safe one.
It's like, is it this? Yeah, I didn't even know there's a map. I mean, a safe station there. Wow.
This room that Maisgueuh is going into is also known as the Rando Softlock room because you can get in here without bombs and then you're stuck there. Because you can't go kill this guy on the left.
There we go. Get the map station. In the meantime, looks like MassHesteria is on his way to collect the high jump boots. Oh, there we go, getting that E-tank.
Yeah, I'm trying to see, because, well, it's likely that MassHesteria could still be going back to do some more Brinstar cleanup. We'll see if Maisgueuh picks up these supers early. Looks like he is picking up some more Brinstar missiles. He could also be doing column 5. Actually, would pair pretty well if he gets all 60 Brinstar missiles. The rest of it is pretty free with everything else that he'd be doing with Meridia and skipping charge beam here. I'm guessing he will do.
Right. Yeah, actually, I wonder if there's, because it looks like row 5 and column 5, as we're mentioning, like, it doesn't really go down to, Dragon, so maybe there's a
plasma
triple bingo here that doesn't involve going too deep into Meridia.
Column 5 has plasma beam in it, so you'd have
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I did. Oh my gosh.
And column 4 has space jump, so you're wrong on both of them.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, like that's one of the problems I have playing bingo is that I read them and like, oh yeah, this looks good, and I totally miss the most obvious square.
All right, MassHesteria going here to pick up Speed Booster, so he is not doing column 1 or row 4, unless he's just here for the missile, which would be really weird. And Maisgueuh heading up. Might be going for that wreck ship first play that we talked about. Oh, this red tower is super annoying. There you go, he got it that time. You know, that row 2 seems real attractive, except for collect all 60 Brinstar missiles. And
Yeah, you had to go through. I think Billy Mays is one of the more out of the way missiles, and the Kraid missiles are also a little bit out of the way.
mm-hmm. Mass picking up some extra Norfair missiles here. Maisgueuh picking up more Brinstar missiles. There's nothing regarding Norfair missiles, so that would kind of lend itself towards that 100+ missiles for MassHesteria. Unless he's lost and he thinks this is Brinstar.
Let's see, is MassHesteria going to collect Grapple Beam? Yeah, looks like he's on his way to Crocomire.
And he did get Wave, right? Or no, he didn't. He didn't get Wave.
I think he skipped Charge Beam. I think both of them skipped Charge Beam.
Yeah, Mass also skipped Wave Beam. That's what I'm saying. So he picked up Speed, but didn't go get Wave. So he's systematically eliminating every single row, column, and diagonal that I can find, except for the ones that he's actually doing is what he's doing to me.
Oh wait, he's...
So is he gonna save? Oh, he doesn't have charge, so I think he's gonna save first, just to make sure he doesn't get stuck in, like... You don't get soft lock, but you can get very slow locked with Crocomire if you miss some missiles on him.
Yeah, you can farm the Crocomire projectiles for some missiles. Although it could take a little while if you're getting health dropped.
Looks like Maisgueuh's going to take a save and a refill before heading to wreck ship. That's what I'm guessing he's doing since he came this way and opened up that door. Yeah. Get out your favorite Crocomire emotes. Crocomire, by the way, Gala, if you hadn't heard, is the puppy of Super Metroid. This is what I think both Kip and I have decided. He's adorable. He's done nothing wrong. He just wants to love you, and we're kind of mean to him, frankly.
Yeah, that's one big doggy.
Yeah. A good boy. Good doggy.
As we push him into the acid. Oh my gosh. Alright, MassHesteria finishing Crocomire and collecting the Crocomire E-Tank.
Looks like a good CWA. Oh, nope, I lied. He was a little bit short on the jump. Let's see if he goes for CWJ again. Oh, wanted to moonwalk to the last pixel there, went 1 pixel too far. Gonna do the out of room setup instead. That looks good. And very nicely done, Maisgueuh. CWJ is not an easy trick to do. I hate it. I don't even go for it anymore. I just bomb jump. I've gotten way more consistent with bomb jumping, and I hate missing that second wall, the actual CWJ. Like, you get the first jump and you get the wall jump check, and then you miss the second.
Yeah,
man.
I feel like it's a lot easier when there's no item there.
That is true as well. Like, I think the item fanfare can throw you off. All right, so what do we got here? There is a wreck ship map station tile. We'll see if he decides to clear that one. There's no explore wreck ships. We don't have to worry about checking those things. There's also no get all the missiles, so we probably won't see worker robots today, at least besides that one right there. And Mass is going to pick up his grapple beam.
In the meantime, skipping charge beam, filling in that middle square.
That is supposed to be the free square. Don't we even know how to bingo? I think every Super Metroid bingo sheet should have the middle square just be morph ball, right? Like everybody can get it for free. The nice part about Maisgueuh doing Gauntlet so early is that he does have that extra E-tank for Fantoon. This no-suit Fantoon fight can go real bad real quick.
Some fairly nice Dopplers I'm seeing.
Yep, and he's also got a full reserve from filling up at the ship. So hopefully he can get the last few missiles in. Looks like Fantoon's almost dead.
Oh, pop in those reserves.
All right, he got him. Nicely done.
Those reserves coming in handy there. So is there anything he can do in the wreck ship? I guess the wreck ship map station finish?
Gravity suit as well. There's a gravity suit on row 5, column 4. Also, I'm assuming he wants gravity suit at some point, given this card.
Yeah.
But right. Other than that, it's just gravity suit and the map station, and he did just get the map station. And looks like MassHesteria now going to head up, likely to wreck ship as well. He may swing through Brinstar first, actually.
Is that okay? I was really worried for a second. Like screen froze. I'm like, did he get soft locked? Or I mean, I guess it's a hard lock, really.
It crashes the game. It's real bad. So glad to see that did not happen. Although he did just save before Crocs, so it wouldn't be that big of a time loss, but it would certainly not be ideal. Getting that getting that grapple beam will also allow MassHesteria to get spring ball a lot easier. If Maisgueuh wants it without really digging into Nordfair, he's going to need to do a crystal flash clip. So that row 1 might be in Mass's plan, although he skipped reserve tanks, so maybe not. I don't know. What do you think?
Let's see. I would say row 2 for MassHesteria, but I think did he skip a lot of Brinstar missiles?
He skipped a lot of them, but he may loop back through now that he has speed booster.
Yeah, speed and power bombs.
Yeah, the power bombs will allow him to get all 15 supers. So if he's going to do like column 4, for instance, then that could be a thing. He also probably wants it if he's doing top left to bottom right. And that is 15 power bombs for Mass.
So maybe you could see a diagonal. The bottom left, top right diagonal.
I think we might see both diagonals. I think Mass might be doing both top left, bottom right, and bottom left, top right. Top left, bottom. You know what I mean? An X. He's making an X. Shut it down. He could very easily grab the Gauntlet E-tank after picking up Gravity, and then do Brinstar cleanup to get a bunch of other stuff, and then go do Meridia. You could even let's see here. Is there another finish thing? You could even do row 3 with it, and take, run to wreck ship energy tank room when you're done. or well, column 3 is kind of. I'm sure there's a good one to pair with it. Is literally every row, column, and diagonal would intersect twice, just about with both diagonals. So
Yeah, I could see that. Like the double diagonal, and then row 3 looks pretty good. You got Dragon, Fish, Rick Chip, Energy Tank Room, Collect Grapple Beam, 5 E-Tanks.
yeah, he's already got
Ship Map
4.
Station, like, I think that's pretty nice if it's all in the way after Forgotten Highway. But we'll have to see. It's like MassHesteria just came out of the Ship Map Station. Which
So
technically fills 2 squares.
that's some. By the way, that is some good planning, because he skipped Criteria Map Station, which for Maisgueuh really was a waste of some door transitions and walking, because he ended up getting wreck ship anyway. Mass will also have the benefit of a Varia 4-tank Phantoon fight, which is twice as much health and half as much damage. Maisgueuh going to destroy that statue now. Take care of Phantoon.
Yeah, definitely looking at that row 5.
Yeah, I think that's a good bet. He's about halfway there on missiles. I haven't been counting exactly, but certainly is around there.
It looks like row 5 and then top left, bottom right has been mostly filled. Looks like Maisgueuh is going to the Brinstar area to pick up some extra items. Probably, I might guess 15 Brinstar super missiles. You know, the Idakun. The Idakuns need a power bomb to unlock. So there's an E-tank, super missile, and a power bomb pack. And I think that would make it 15 power bombs if Maisgueuh collects the power bomb pack.
Yep, Phantoon down for MassHesteria.
MassHesteria is not picking up the wreck ship super missiles.
Triple bingo is any 3 row, column, and diagonals, whatever you want. So just pick 3 and do them. Try to find a fast route to get, 15. What is it? 13 to 15. One's done.
Yeah, if they intersect.
12. You could do it in as few as 12. If you do a diagonal, a column, and a row, I think. If my math serves me right. 5, 4, 3. Yeah, 12.
Did Maisgueuh pick up the Idakun power bombs? I don't think I saw that.
No, I don't believe he did. I think he got the supers and then left.
Maybe he might be going for power bombs somewhere else if he's doing something.
Well, if he's going down to get
power bomb related,
if he's going down to get grapple, he may pick up Croc's power bombs. They'll probably be a little bit faster. But that is all 15 Brinstar supers. He does need quite a few more missiles, though. I haven't thought forward very much. We'll see kind of where he gets them. There's quite a few in Meridia, obviously, that he could pick up. I don't know if he routed it out or if he's just kind of grabbing. He might be grabbing. I guess he has to get all 60 Brinstar missiles if he's doing column 5. So he's going to head over to Billy Mays That'll be 15 more missiles. He'll also get his power bombs here. This will be his 15th power bomb.
Very nice. In the meantime, MassHesteria collecting gravity suit that cannot fill in the square because he has collected various suit beforehand.
Yeah, so it looks like the difference in columns might be that MassHesteria is doing bottom left to top right. I'm guessing here. Could be wrong. We'll see where he heads when he gets to criteria. Whereas Maisgueuh ended up doing row 5.
Definitely going to go to Billy Mays, pick up those missile packs. I'm trying to think if Maisgueuh missed any. I don't think he's been down to Kraid yet.
Yeah, he's not been down to Kraid yet, so he doesn't have Kraid missiles. But I think other than that, and obviously Billy Mays, I think he's gotten all of them. I didn't watch Gauntlet's criteria, so yeah, I think he's gotten all of them. MassHesteria getting grabbed. Oh, you do not have a ton of health either.
Yeah, definitely want to play it safe there.
I mean, he has Gravity and Varia, so he should be okay, but no sense taking any chances.
Yeah, it looks like that's going to be MassHesteria's 5th E-Tank.
Yep, and both criteria.
Oh, okay, yeah. 2 for 1. Not sure. It looks like MassHesteria might not be going for the missiles. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he needs these criteria ones. I don't think he's getting 100 missiles, so he's not worried about picking all them up. This is, I think this is 2 really good routes. They've routed it way better than I did in my head, so...
Yeah, right now I'd be like, which one's good? And I'd still be deciding.
If I'm reading it right, MassHesteria needs to grab the Edikun supers, and then just beeline it to Dragon, kill Dragon, grab Space Jump, get Plasma, and then take Forgotten Highway to the wreck ship energy tank room, and then he will be done. At least that seems to be his path there. Maisgueuh, on the other hand, will head and grab Grapple. So he'll head down, likely pick up Speed Booster as well. I would assume. I think he needs it since he... Well, he could get Ice instead, I guess. But definitely going to get High Jump. Oh, looks like he's going to kill Kraid. Oh, he has to get the Kraid missiles. So he'll grab the Kraid missiles, go down, do a little bit of Norfair cleanup, and then we'll head to Meridia to get Plasma Beam as well. He will not have to go all the way through Forgotten Highway to wreck ship, but he will have to pick up Wave Beam and another 8 or so missile packs. Maybe six missile packs. He got Moat and he got the first missiles. First missiles are Brinstar though. So he got Moat. I think are the only non-Brinstar ones he's gotten.
Yeah, Moat and the 2 Gauntlet ones. I think I think that's about it.
Did he get both Gauntlet ones?
Yeah.
Okay.
MassHesteria skipped both of them.
That's 15. I believe that's all 60 Brinstar.
Yeah, I think it is.
It should be. If he didn't miss any, it should be. Like, those should have been his last ones. And so then he has 75 total if we're not missing any. So he has to pick up 5 more. That's a piece of cake all the way through Meridia and this upper Norfair section. And really, he only needs Ice out of upper Norfair. He doesn't need to get Speed unless he wants it for comfort. And I would likely pick up high jump if I were him, just to get those. Oh, and now MassHesteria has all the supers. Oh, you marked it. Great.
Yeah. I think high jump boost is one of those really nice to have items for Meridia. Like you can do the gravity jump if you really need it.
Yeah, especially without speed. I think high jump would more than make up for the investment to run down and get it in this instance. Maisgueuh could also be going column 1. Actually, if he goes column 1, row 5, column 5. Well, wait, I don't know if he wants to go get a beam or not.
Yeah, well, to get to Dragon, you need to get to Botwin first. So either one of ice or speed is necessary.
Right. So yeah, but I'm just looking at his options, right? Like he's gonna have to defeat Dragon, and the Meridia map station is free, right? So
oh yeah, that is a free bingo.
So column 1 is pretty good. It seems like he's gonna collect grapple, and then get plasma, so that's his second bingo, and then he just gets 100 plus missiles. So he just at this point can run down to Croc, get grapple, and then go do Meridia cleanup. Meanwhile, MassHesteria taking the exact route that I said he was going to take, I think, and heading to Dragon. So the real difference in these routes will be MassHesteria heading right now from Plasma to Wreck Ship E-Tank Room, and Maisgueuh having to do some Lower Norfair cleanup. Or not Lower Norfair, Upper Norfair cleanup. There is Maisgueuh's 80th missile, I believe, if we counted right.
Yeah.
MassHesteria he's gonna pick up these missiles and supers, not because he needs them for bingo, but because he's going to bot wound and he doesn't have charge. And so let's make sure not to soft lock. 13, 17. Hopefully that's enough to get through there.
I don't think he saved either, did he? At least lately.
I have not seen him save. And now he's gonna save. Not a bad call, honestly. I believe that's 80 missiles from Maisgueuh. Again, I
think it's 85.
Is it 85?
Yeah, 75 at the start of Norfair. So he needs 3 more missile packs, and then he has 100, assumably. Like, if we're counting right, like counting in bingo is a little difficult as a spectator, and as a runner too.
Yeah, well, especially as because we're watching both streams back and forth. He is going to go ahead and skip speed, which does say that column 1 is likely candidate, and going to go pick up wave for his column 5 row 4. All right, Mass being very deliberate here, making sure to not waste any supers, and that is 1 dead snack.
Nicely done. I was getting a little low on supers there. But finishes off bot wound very nicely. And Maisgueuh collecting wave beam, which fulfills row 4, column 5. So all he needs left is plasma beam. Collect his first bingo.
Well, I think his first bingo will probably be column 1, but he'll get 2 more bingos with.
Actually, it's all like in Meridia, so he's gonna get them like one after another.
He's really close to 4 bingos. Honestly, like if he went and grabbed grapple. In fact, he's going down to grab grapple.
Yeah, so get that middle, the top left, bottom right diagonal.
So it's interesting because it feels like if he's gonna grab grapple, it seems like he could have avoided the 100 missile tile and done the Meridia map station instead.
Right.
Or picked up speed booster. I don't know that he really needs grapple beam for anything. Oh, he does have 5 E-tanks as well. I don't think that will come into play. MassHesteria, meanwhile, we got double boss action. We got Puppy on the right side and Shrimp on the left side. Ooh, Goop sparking into the ceiling. Don't want to see that. Mass could, if he had wanted to, use the cheese grapple strat here and electrified him, but he uses ammo. We've got a dead Shrimp.
MassHesteria collecting space jump, fulfilling that row 2 column 4 square.
Yep, and I believe all he needs to do he needs to grab plasma and then head to the wreck ship E-tank room, and by doing so, he'll head through the Criteria Meridia elevator, picking that up.
Did MassHesteria collect the Meridia map station? I don't think I caught it.
He did not.
Okay.
But he doesn't need it.
Yeah, it looks like MassHesteria very close to finishing row 3.
And I stand corrected. This match is currently a 2-3 match. So the winner of this match will end the tournament 3-3, and the loser will be 2-4. 3-3, not going to be good enough to make the play-in race, but is still a fantastic tournament for the winner of this. And 2-4, not too shabby on its own. Yeah, I think Mass has a pretty good lead here. This run from Plasma to Wreck Ship E-Tank Room does not take that long. With Maisgueuh picking up grapple now.
MassHesteria picking up Plasma Beam. I think that's what Maisgueuh needs in order to finish 3 bingos almost at once.
Yeah, if he gets 100 missiles, then yeah, he will triple bingo with a single square, which maybe that's what he's going for, you know? It's also very possible that, you know, as you do the run, you switch back and forth, and you had planned to do column 1 at one point and then switch to row 5, or I don't know, we'll see. But I'm pretty sure if he doesn't have 100 missiles already, he will shortly with... because it's harder to avoid these missiles than it is to pick them up.
I'm not sure how many missiles Maisgueuh has picked up since being on Warfare. So it's either he has 100 missiles or he needs one more pack.
Yeah, he got high jump, he got cathedral, and he got one in Bubble Mountain, I believe, as well as the Croc escape. So we got at least 4 packs there. There is the elevator for Gala. That's you. That's not the runner. It's the elevator for MassHesteria. He is almost done. Just needs to get to the wreck ship, and he has it in the bag. Yeah, I agree, Sylphid. I think he kind of wavered between column 1 and row 5 and ended up doing extra one way or the other. Like, he could have either skipped a lot of missiles and instead got the Meridia map station, or could have picked up Speed Booster and done all of this a little bit faster.
So this area is very close to being done. Is there something that Maisgueuh can do?
Not fast enough.
Yeah, I don't really see anything that'll be fast enough.
And that is it. And MassHesteria has finished with an official SRL time of 43:58. That's an excellent triple bingo time. Really, really nice routing.
Yeah, well done by MassHesteria, and good game. Do a quick missile check here and farm.
Oh, I think he's telling us, hey, streamers, I've got 100. How come you haven't marked that off for me yet? Oh, okay. He doesn't. He has 95. All right, we were right. He can get precious missiles will be quite on the way for his 100th missile. And it'll be precious missile and then just running the plasma beam, and he'll be done.
Meisgueuh showing off that ice clip. It's one of those other. Well, there's two ways you need to, or two items you need, or two major items, I suppose, to get into Bot Wound. Just having a speed booster or ice beam. Of course, having speed booster, you also need gravity suit to be able to run underwater.
I mean, there are some more.
Yeah, a little more unconventional ways.
Yeah, you can crystal flash clip. You could get an elevator crystal flash and then get blue suit and just walk through it.
I've tried getting the elevator crystal flash, but it is almost impossible.
I did it once in a Sloter's Rando Plando, where he intended you to do a bunch of ridiculous stuff, and instead I did an elevator crystal flash, which took forever, and then walked through to the waterway item, which was gravity, which he had meant for you to get a lot later. We are joined here by MassHesteria. Mass, GG, nicely done.
Hey, thanks, Rumble.
I think that was a really, really nicely routed card. First of all, I want to say, it is one of the nicest cards we've seen on Triple Bingo.
Oh, yeah?
There is literally zero Lower Norfair in the entire card. It is all Meridia. There's no Ridley. There's no Ridley E-Tank. There's no Metal Pirates. Everything was in Meridia. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I guess I kind of took that for granted when I was picking my stuff. I was mainly looking at trying to avoid Spring Ball and 100 missiles and that 60 Brimstone missile, that one's terrible too. So I guess, yeah, the Lower Norfair is nice not having on there too.
Yeah, I mean, you can kind of tell by, if you look at the card now, almost everything is filled in, and two of the things that aren't filled in could have easily been done, Meridia Map Station and 2+ reserves. So it's like literally you guys almost did the entire card. I did notice, I want to call out something that I think you had a route pretty clearly in mind pretty early, because I saw you skip the Criteria Map Station, like you knew you were going to go get the wreck ship one. Did you have that in mind, or is that just lucky that you decided to do it later?
Actually, no. Yeah, I had when I was initially looking at the card, the way I kind of look at it is I'll pick out the squares I definitely don't want to do, and maybe mark those, and then try to pick a column or a row or a diagonal that feels really good. And so that was the top left, bottom right. I was like, yeah, I'll probably try to do that, because it's got that middle square and it's just got a lot of synergy. So I was just like, all right, well, just plan on getting wreck ship map station. So
awesome. Yeah, I also really like anytime you can route in the high jump speed booster space jump square, you're going to have all your movement items, and that always feels really good. You're not going to be running around without high jump boots or without speed booster.
Yeah, that's the worst thing that can happen to you in one of these, is because you forget, you're so used to having everything, that the not having high jump is probably the worst, because like half the time I forget that you pretty much need ice to get back up Red Tower if you don't have it, and that if you forget, then it's basically GG. So.
Yeah, we have a very pretty card. I gotta say, it looks really nice, all filled in like that. We should have more of these cards without any Ridleys in them.
So I wasn't really watching the stream. What do we know what Maisgueuh was doing?
He did top left, bottom right, or he's about to. He's on his way to plasma, and then he did column 5 as well and row 5. And I think he was one tile away from doing column 1 as well, and I think maybe he just missed it because he could have done column 1 and just picked up Meridian Map instead of doing the 100 missiles in the statue and skipping Varia. Yeah, so it looks like row 5, column 5, and top left, bottom right.
Oh, okay.
So nobody got charge beam. Everybody skipped that. That was a free 1 or 2 squares, 1.5. He did skip speed booster, which I think is why I'm a little confused, because he skipped speed booster but isn't doing column 1. But I guess he didn't need it. And this here should be it.
3 bingos with 1 square.
3 bingos with 1 square, and he is not done yet. So maybe he doesn't know that he's done. Oh, yeah, there he goes. Or maybe he... Right. Not sure.
Maybe he wants 4 bingos.
Maybe he wants 4 bingos. Maybe, you know what? He could do the whole outside if he went to Meridian Map and then went and got Spring Ball and a couple of reserves and finished an X-ray scope. I think he's heading to Meridian Map. I think he doesn't realize that he got one of the other bingos. That's the only thing I can think of. Or he wanted to do a quad bingo. Maniacal actually won a triple bingo race earlier this week with a quad bingo.
Yeah, I've seen quite a few quad bingos. They were very interesting. I think it was Drake that I commented on. You got quad bingo on the last square, or the last objective. Maisgueuh.
And
going to the Meridian Map Station.
There's the Meridian Map Station. Maisgueuh, you have 3 more squares we haven't filled in yet if you want to go do those quick. Just kidding. Maisgueuh has finished in second place with an official SRL time of 51:43, although actually he was done a couple minutes ago when he got picked up plasma. All right. We are being told... actually, we got a little bit of time. We'll see if Maisgueuh would like to join as well. We have just a few minutes before the next race coming up on SpeedGaming 5. I would like to ask Maisgueuh which row, column, or diagonal he didn't.
Hey.
Hey, Maisgueuh, welcome. So did you not realize you had 3 bingos when you picked up plasma?
No, I didn't. Also, so in my stuff, didn't realize. All right, 1, 2, 3, and 1 jug. Okay, it's okay. Oh. Well, GG.
Yeah, hey, GG, Maisgueuh.
Thank you.
Yeah, very, very nicely done. And I think I'm a little sad because I think if you had realized you didn't need either column 1 or row 5, you could have either skipped. You could have skipped 100 missiles basically because you had top left, bottom right, and column 5 both done.
Yep. I was so that, and I don't know what happened in my brain. It was so messy and confused. So
yeah. Well, welcome to bingo.
Wow.
I have to say though, I was telling MassHesteria here. I feel like you guys got one of the nicest bingo cards that I've seen in a long time.
no lower nor fair, so it made me trouble to pick a lane to get decision. So when I saw plasma beam at the beginning, I really wanted to avoid that one. But you really had to get plasma to, I think, in this one.
Yeah, I think it would have been hard to avoid Dragon, given all of the Meridia stuff that was throughout here, including Plasma Beam and Defeat Dragon. Defeat Pot Wound was in there. I think at the point where you have all of those things, pretty much gonna be picking that up.
You did a really nice job it was really smart to go to the Visit Meridia elevator.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, that one. I don't know. I feel like I stumbled into that, but
Forgotten Highway was the right decision. I didn't want to go there because for me it's always a waste of time to go there because nothing to get. It's like I do too much rando, but it's not rando. It's bingo. Same aim. So yeah, it was really the good decision to get this elevator, then finish in the wrecked ship room.
Mm-hmm.
thanks. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, as soon as I actually saw that, and I'll be honest, I'm pretty sure, Mass, you had it routed out well before I saw what you were doing. It just came together really nicely, like finish up Meridia and then straight from Plasma, like just running right back to Wreck Ship, and it's just a nice little route to get all that done.
Yeah, great routes.
What do you guys have against Spring Ball? Nobody wanted to go get Spring Ball.
But you have to skip Ice Beam, so get the Grapple Beam. The thing is, I took both. I could take a decision. I should get only Grapple Beam and get Speed Booster as well. So and skip Ice Beam, but yeah.
I think that I just haven't had the time to learn all the sweet Spring Ball strats that everybody uses, so I didn't want to put that pressure on myself.
Oh, you'd be found out as a non-Spring Ball strat having SM runner. I can't have that.
That's right. Yeah.
All right, well, this is the last week of the tournament. You guys finished up. Mass, you finished up with a 3-3 record. Nicely done. Maisgueuh looking at 2-4. Good tournament from both of you. GG. Nicely done.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Have either of you picked up or become interested in one of the categories that maybe you didn't have a lot of time into before, that now you're gonna maybe go back and try to improve or do a little bit more?
I'm really happy to add a triple bingo, especially for the last week. So I'm really happy with that.
Yeah, I was happy to pick up RBO on this tournament. I had kind of got persuaded to try to see if I could pull it together, and I completed. One of my wins was completing an RBO run, and so I've played around with it a little now, and so I'm excited about that. Rumble, you'll be happy to know directly after this, it's a SM break for at least a week because I'm going to hit some Final Fantasy VI up. So.
Oh baby, Final Fantasy VI Worlds Collide. I'll be watching those streams.
Yeah.
You can give me some pointers because I am terrible at it.
Actually, I'm just going to do a normal playthrough this time, and then
okay.
I'll get back into maybe some rando.
All right, excellent. I should actually do a normal playthrough sometime too. I've played it many years ago, but not lately. What about any additional categories? Any other categories? What do you want to see them add to the next multi-category tournament?
I don't know, all mini boss or something like that, or Crocomire RTA, or.
Yeah, I agree. I think some extension categories, or even, I was joking around with somebody about it'd be fun to do a shorter tournament where you just did those, right? Like just extension board, Crocomire, RTA, mini boss, stuff like that.
I like all mini boss because you have Stuteless Meridia.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of all minibus RTA. I don't want to brag. I was a
a
very brief world record holder of minibus RTA before people that are good started running it. Yeah, I think that'd be really cool. Like a mini boss tournament where it's like, hey, we do. You could even do like a best of 5, right? Where it's like you do Sporespun RTA, Croc RTA, Baun RTA, and what's another? GT RTA. Sure, why not? And then if it's tied 2-2 after that, then you do all minibus RTA. And,
It's really dangerous, so you have to do save strat and back up and race strat, because everything could happen in this kind of category. I mean, undo is not as interesting as this kind of category in a race, in my opinion. I like to do undo, but in race, it's like nothing can happen. If someone is above, you're gonna stay for a while ahead.
Yeah, I definitely have found the low percent ice, the RBO, the triple bingo, the GT classic races are a little bit more tense, a little bit more dangerous, a little bit more exciting to commentate and watch for sure. All right, Gala, do you have any questions, anything before we sign off here?
No, just GG's to MassHesteria and Maisgueuh. Did a really good race.
All right, goodbye, everyone.
Awesome. Mass, any last words, or Maisgueuh before you head off?
Just thanks for comms. Thanks everybody for watching. Thanks Maisgueuh for the race.
Yeah, thank you everyone. Nothing else to add.
Awesome. All right, well, stick around, everybody, on SpeedGaming 5. Coming up next, there is an SMZ3 match between none other than Asger, who is also in this tournament for whatever. I think pretty much every SM and Link to the Past tournament you can find Asger in. And Asger and Bland Nation scheduled to start sometime soon, I think. I guess it's delayed a little bit till 8:40. So I could talk for the next 35 minutes, but I think that would just bore everybody and cause SpeedGaming's viewership to go down. So come back here in about a half hour to check that race out. And in the meantime, we've got a bunch of SM races coming up today on various channels. Let me get you the schedule there, because there's, I think, 20 races in the next 2 days. It's ridiculous. Ridiculously good, if you know what I'm saying. As SpeedGaming is telling me, Super Metroid multi-category tournament is happening right now in SpeedGaming 4. We've got Mr. Guy Average versus P-Toil happening right now. After that, I don't know if these will be restreamed, but there is a bunch of matches. We got some guy named Galamaz versus Richmond 3mm. I believe that stands for millimeter. Happening tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern. Gala, are you hyped for your own match?
Yeah, I'm really preparing for this one. I hope I get triple bingo. I'm dying to play it in this tournament.
All right. Well, I am on comms for that one, so if you do, I'm sorry.
It'll be fun. It'll be a disaster.
All right. Well, I'll just tell you to check out the SpeedGaming schedule and take a look at that, because there's a ton of stuff happening. That is everything for me. I hope everybody has a wonderful night. Gala, any last words?
Thank you, Rumble, for commentating with me. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, anytime at all. All right, everybody. Thank you. Have a good night. And remember to always try to be the person that your dog thinks you are. I will see you next time.